We're also following for you right now. Police are searching for a suspect in a deadly North Philadelphia shooting.
Back in Philly.
A 16-year-old was shot and killed near 23rd and Montgomery Avenue just before 9 o'clock last night. Investigators also say surveillance video shows an SUV speeding away from that scene. That SUV was later found nearby, but police have not been able to track down any suspects just yet.
Yeah. Oh, you think you bulletproof? Bro slipped through his crib and he took off his roof. Before I booked with shoes, he gon' come home cause they don't got no proof. I was in the cell, he spoke on 10 and then he lost his tooth. If I had all that shit all in my crib, I would've made you gon' choose. He slumped, they tucked him in that sheet, we like to see him snooze. He was with his folks when we popped out, we don't play by the rules.
In the heart of North Philadelphia, one of the most talked about names coming out the trenches in 2023 wasn't just a rapper. According to the police, he was allegedly a suspect in one of the city's most tragic homicides in 2023. His name? Lil Bape, known off the mic as Icer Clark. With over 30,000 followers and ties to a growing local movement Solid Unity Records, Bape was pushing his way into the rap game alongside his close friend and fellow rapper HBN2418, also known as HBN Baby. Both came up in a neighborhood where the streets of 24th and Berks, often referred to as 2418, were more than just blocks. They were a piece of a larger collective known as Zoo Gang, or the Droppas. This crew stretches across multiple corners of North Philly, including well-known areas like Pentown, popularized by OT7 Kwani, as well as 23rd and Diamond, 20th and Montgomery, and 25th Street.
So is the whole Philly messed up? Is South Philly, North Philly, East Philly, and West Philly? I know West Philly and North Philly is going down, but is like the other sides cracking like that too, or?
Zoo Gang's presence is heavy, and their rivalry with a group known as the Black Flags runs deep. That opposing side mainly comes out of the Blumberg Apartments, Richard Allen Projects, and 18th and Oxford.
I heard of Blumberg.
The tension between these two groups has led to an ongoing war that's been felt across the city. The two groups had been locked in a bitter feud for years. By 2022, the war between Zoo Gang and the Black Flags had reached a boiling point. Then, on May 26, 2022, the violence exploded once again when one of Zoo Gang's top shooters was gunned down, this time in broad daylight, sending shockwaves through the streets and reigniting tensions that had already been boiling for years. Around 2:01 p.m., officers responded to the 1600 block of West Erie Avenue in Philadelphia's Nicetown Tioga section for reports of gunfire.
Hold on, y'all, because y'all know I love putting y'all on to that easy money. CashKick.com is a free to use cash rewards marketplace that helps you save and grow your money. This is some of the simplest and easiest ways to make money right now. All you have to do is play mobile games on your phone and you can earn up to $500 per deal. Now remember, I said CashKick.com is free to use, so they will never ever ask you to send them any type of money. Signing up is super easy. All you need is an email and a password. Once you sign up, all you have to do is download your first offer and start making money. Now your offers and reward amounts can change at any time. So that means you can download a game on your phone, play it for long enough, make $500 on one day, and the next day you can download a whole nother game, play it for long enough, make $300. Next day, same thing. This is some of the easiest money I can tell you about right now. And again, you can earn up to $500 per deal. So this is what I need you to do. Go to CashKick.com, make you an account, activate your account. Make sure you turn on allow tracking on your phone so that the app can actually track how much you're playing the game and earn you some of the easiest money you can make. Y'all can't say I ain't never did nothing for you. Skate.
When they arrived, they found a 20-year-old Wesley Rodwell suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. Medics pronounced him dead at the scene just minutes later at 2:08 p.m. The victim was known on the streets as Burke Street Man, and his murder sent shockwaves through the city. Just 4 days earlier, Man had released a diss track aimed directly at the Black Flags, a track many on the street would go on to call one of the most disrespectful diss tracks in Philadelphia history. Within hours of the shooting, rumors began to swirl. The Black Flag claimed responsibility almost immediately, bragging online that they took his head off his body. Man.
So you caught your op lacking, you pulled your gun out, you popped him, hit him in the head. Then the same day or later that day, you get on Instagram and YouTube and TikTok and Twitter, and you talking about some knocked his head off. FBI, open up! I told you they be wanting to go to jail, folks. They be wanting to get caught and go to jail so that the whole internet knows that they really like that.
That's what they want to
Lil
do.
Bape were close friends, and his death hit Bape hard. Police scrambled to identify a suspect, but the
He
case
got a
quickly
DC
went
chain
cold.
on right there.
It stayed that way until April 2024, when a known Black Flag affiliate named Blumberg Erd was officially named as the suspected shooter. He was placed on Philadelphia's most wanted list in connection with the homicide.
He's on the most
As of today,
wanted list.
Erd remains a fugitive. But the Opps weren't the only ones doing the killing.
Right.
Because according to police, Lil Bape and other Zoo Gang members were also getting busy,
Woo.
striking back and making their presence felt in the same
You know
streets
that though.
where
See, one thing about Philly, I noticed though, gang, like it's Chicago and all them other states too, but I just be seeing Philly. It's like everybody gonna pull. Like it ain't like a certain set of people. Like I feel like every nigga in Philly. If I walked in this room, everybody in here either been on a drill or got a body. You know what I'm saying? Or popped somebody before. You know what I'm saying? In Chicago, it's like that. We might have been in situations where we might have shot, you know what I'm saying, did something like that. But everybody in the room ain't catching bodies though. Like in Philly, it seemed like everybody catching real bodies. Like no
their
matter who
rivals
it
once
is.
held
Like,
the upper hand. On April 13th, 2023, just before 9 p.m., Philadelphia police were called to the 2300 block of West Montgomery Avenue after multiple 911 calls
Look at that
reported
shit.
gunfire in the area. When officers arrived, they found 16-year-old Nafis Bertrand Hill lying on the sidewalk with multiple gunshot wounds to his
damn,
upper
he
body.
look young as
He
hell
was just
too.
half a block away from his home. Police
Probably
rushed
just
him to
left,
Temple
coming home.
University Hospital, but it was too late. At exactly 9:13 p.m., Nafis was pronounced dead. Investigators say a gray Nissan pulled up to the block. Two suspects jumped out and opened fire on a small group of people standing outside.
And I don't see no drive-bys in Philly too. Every time I hear about a body getting caught, they always pull up and jump out. I never heard about no drive-bys. I never heard about none of that. They always pull up, hop out, run you down for real, and get back in the car.
The shooters then fled the scene in the same vehicle. The location of the murder was right outside Acelero Learning St. Elizabeth's School, adding
Damn,
another layer of tragedy. The next morning, the scene was
bogus.
cleared except for torn yellow tape still clinging to the fences. Behind that tape was the ghost of yet another young life taken by Philly's gun violence crisis. At the time of his death, Nafis was one of 7 children under 18 killed by gunfire in Philadelphia that year. Within just a few blocks of where he was
One of
gunned
7?
down, 3 other juveniles had already been shot earlier in 2023. The community was shaken, but it wouldn't be long before the case took a sharp turn, and 2 familiar names were thrown into the spotlight. Surveillance video, court documents, and witness statements would later paint a chaotic and disturbing picture. Just one day before the murder, on April 12th, Iser Clark, or Lil Bape, and Ranif Allen, HBN, were allegedly seen in a stolen KIA, taken from Drexel Hill. On the night of the shooting, they allegedly returned to the 2300 block of West Montgomery in that same vehicle.
Right.
According to court records, Nafis was walking down the sidewalk when the car rolled up, and both suspects allegedly jumped out, opening fire and chasing him down on foot. More than 30 shots were fired. As the police arrived, a KIA with no headlights was reportedly spotted speeding away from the scene, heading the wrong way down Norris Street.
Right.
Officers pursued it briefly, but the chase was lost.
You know, I just thought about something. I'm not trying to give nobody no ideas on catching a body and getting away with it. But if, you know, catching bodies is supposed to be something like real intricate. Like, you know how hard it is to get away with a murder? You're supposed to be like a really smart person. And I'm just sitting here thinking about it. I don't know why it just popped up in my head. Why wouldn't, like, if you stole a car to catch a body, right? Why wouldn't you, like, take off the emblem so, like, a witness couldn't see what type of car it was when they pulled off? Oh, it was a white. You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't you paint it another color and then take the paint off? Or you know, just something. Because it don't be no thought behind it. Like, and then y'all get on Instagram and tell on yourself. Like, do your homework. Like, it don't be like no type of thought behind it, no type of sense, no type of smarts, no type of nothing. Just a bunch of dumb niggas with guns. Do your homework.
The car was later found abandoned near the 2300 block of Glenwood Avenue, just steps from the Raymond Rosen apartment projects. The police searched the vehicle and found a Glock 27 handgun, and not long after, clothing matching the shooters was recovered in a courtyard. Police say the suspects had taken off their sweatshirts and left them behind.
What?
Fingerprints lifted
Why
from
would
the
you
car
do that?
matched Lil Bape and HBN, and cell phone records aligned with the route taken during the escape. Clark turned himself in on May 9th, 2023, at a location on North Broad Street. He was immediately charged with murder, criminal conspiracy, carrying a firearm without a license, carrying a firearm in
Goofball,
public in
Jamal ass
Philadelphia,
little boy.
possession of an instrument of crime with intent, and recklessly endangering another person. His co-defendant, Rainief Allen, who's also believed to be a member of Zoo Gang and affiliated with HBN, remained on the run for a period, but was also wanted on an arrest warrant tied to the same shooting. Despite all of this, the courtroom outcome would take a surprising turn. After almost 2 years behind bars, on April 2nd, Lil Bape pleaded not guilty to his charges, was ultimately found not guilty of all charges.
He beat the charge? Y'all not doing a good enough job out there. You feel me? If this nigga was, if he caught a body, he caught a body, goddammit. Y'all tripping.
While his name had already been tied to the streets and his reputation dragged into the spotlight, the legal system didn't deliver a conviction. There are several possible reasons why.
No evidence.
For one,
Witness.
Although police had fingerprint evidence and surveillance footage of individuals wearing similar clothing, no murder weapon was tied directly to Bape through ballistic testing. The Glock recovered in the stolen vehicle wasn't conclusively proven to be the weapon used in the shooting. Also, while the suspects were seen fleeing and stripping clothes, prosecutors may have struggled to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Bape himself pulled the trigger.
Right.
Or even that he had direct intent to commit murder.
Right.
In addition, the heavy use of circumstantial evidence, like cell phone pings, clothing descriptions, and group affiliation, may not have been enough to convince a jury without clear forensic proof tying him to the trigger.
So it went to trial.
His defense attorney argued that he maintained his innocence from the beginning, and in the eyes of the law, that was enough. As for HBN 2418, he was also later arrested and charged in connection to the murder. But unlike Lil Bape, the outcome for him was very different.
He got his ass
While
charged.
Bape walked away from the courtroom legally cleared of all charges, HBN 2418 was found guilty of third-degree murder, conspiracy of third-degree murder, and firearm charges.
25.
The two had entered the case as co-defendants, but they left it on opposite ends of the justice system. One acquitted, the other convicted of murder.
Yeah.
Regardless of the verdicts, both names remain permanently tied to that deadly night.
Yeah.
While Zoo Gang's larger conflict with the Black Flags...
And 9 times out of 10, he probably was in the car with him, but they couldn't prove that he's the one that is responsible for the unaliving of him. You know what I'm saying, though? Like, if they find a gun and the gun that was supposed to have hit him and unalived him, the bullet, and that gun don't got fingerprints on, you know what I'm saying? Then, like, you can beat a body like that. Plus, I heard, I don't know, I just heard that Philly, you can get away with murder in Philly, just like Chicago. I think it's like half of the murders, they only like less than half of them get solved.
To unfold in the background, this particular case serves as a reminder that not every shooting is a direct product of that war, and not every arrest leads to a conviction. For the family of Nafis Bertrand Hill, the conviction brought a cold sense of justice. A 16-year-old boy was gunned down, while one of the accused walked free. The other was found guilty and taken off the streets for good. What started as 2 young rappers chasing a dream ended in blood, prison bars, and a family left to bury their child.
Yeah.
In North Philly, where rap and real life mix too often, this wasn't just another case. It was another reminder of how fast the streets can eat their own.
How fast the streets do eat their own. Talking about can eat their own. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't, even though he got found not guilty, he still had to sit in jail. He still got that on his background. You know what I'm saying? It's still gonna be harder for him to get an apartment, or you know what I'm saying? It's just stupid shit. Now or now you got people looking at you for something that you might not have did, or you might have been in the car or whatever. But you still had that charge over your head, so now the streets ain't gonna forgive you. The streets definitely ain't gonna forgive you. The streets might come get you tonight. I hope not. You know what I'm saying? But like, you got to think like that. And it's just really just stupid. All because of what? All while y'all sitting in this big ass thing. Some of y'all probably stank, ain't got no home to go to, broke than a motherfucker. Like, and y'all got the time and the energy to plan a murder, a body, and y'all ain't got no money. Y'all ain't got $500,000 to your name at the least. You ain't got no house. You ain't got 2-3 cars. Your mama ain't straight. You doing all this talking, all this rapping, all this slide, and then pulling up back to the hood. That don't sound like it's worth it to me, for y'all be tweaking.